Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this beautiful day and for all the many blessings that you've given us. Thank you for everyone who's on the call with us today, and we pray that we will readily recall all of the information and help each of us to understand. And just thank you for the fellowship and the time with these wonderful, amazing people. In Jesus' name, amen.
Okay. Now, Vicky, now you can't hear. She's not gonna be hear anything. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Because I want, if you're going to be on here, I want you to make sure you get the information. And Vicky, where's Vicky? Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. Okay, we're going to get here started. And I'm going to ask everyone to take out a pen and paper because the stuff that we're going to cover today is going to be vitally important to your success. And even though most of us got into this business to be a blessing to help people, some of us got into the business to make money. And there's a lot of money to be made. But you gotta do some things that's gonna help you make that money. So I want to start off doing some of the training, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Rebecca and then KJ. We're gonna cover some things. So the first thing I want everybody to do is take out a pen and paper, and I want you to understand this. When you look at this business, I want whatever you understand about multi-level marketing, I need you guys to throw it out the window. Because even though this is multi-level marketing, it's not multi-level marketing. Because the way this is set up, you don't make money by just getting people in the business. I mean, make that plain. You don't make money by getting people in the business. You make money off the orders and people getting website and ordering. And once we get them on the orders will take care of itself because the products are very good. And once you get people ordering, they'll keep ordering because these products is helping people. So there's a couple things I want you guys to understand. Number one, it's vitally important that you understand what issues a person is dealing with. What issues a person is dealing with. So when you meet people, you need to find out if they any health issues, skin issues, whatever they're dealing with, you need to find out what issues they're dealing with. If they're not dealing with any issues, then just tell them, do you know anybody that has any issues? And then, would you like to stay healthy? Because most people that they don't have any issues, they got some issues. Everyone has some type of situation. They might have problems sleeping. They might have indigestion problems. They have some type of issues going on with their body. And some of them don't even know it. So it's say we got things. If you're feeling good, then let's keep you feeling good. Number two, you got to understand, once you get them signed up, you got to know how to go into your website and show them how to order. Because you're trying to get them into a system. 80%, hear me out, 80% of your people are going to just be customers. And that's what you need. That's good. So only 20% of the people are going to do the business, and that's fine. Because when the people are ordering, they're still making money, and people are still getting what they need. So it's okay if they just customers, and if they ordering healthcare, if they're ordering something because they're dealing with issues in their body, it doesn't matter. They're getting what they need. So it's vitally important that you help people understand that we are a health we are a health and wellness business. Get this in your mind. We are a health and wellness business first, with the compensation attached to it. So when people say, is this multi-level marketing? It's not really multi-level marketing. We're a health and wellness business with the compensation attached to it. And that's what sets us apart, because the money flows up. And as you start hearing from Rebecca and KJ today, you're going to find out the money flows up. Once you get, so my part is, I want to talk to you about becoming an agent. It's very important that you become an agent, very important. So how do you become an agent? You got to get your 300 PV points, and you got to have 2 people up under you. You got to sign up 2 people. Agent means now you're qualified to start receiving income. That's your first promotion, an agent. So you get 2 people on you, one on your left, one on your right. You get 300 PV points. You're now become an agent. That means you're qualified to receive bonus. Quite a few of y'all are agents, and you're getting money already. And it's pretty nice when you get your first check when you didn't pay a dime to get in. That's pretty cool. So with that being the first step, I'm going to let Rebecca take you from there. Rebecca, you got the screen?
I do. Hey, everyone. So I love the way Money Sam just explained that. It is so simple. Finding people with issues, we all have them. Once you enroll, help them order right away. 80% of your members will be customers, and that's okay. We don't want to pressure our people, but what they're gonna do if they do refer someone they care about, and like he said, they're gonna mess up and get a commission, and then the light bulb is gonna come on for whatever percentage. Eventually they will, because I have a lot of customers who were just customers, didn't want to share, and now they're partners. So it's a like we said, the product speaks for themselves, and what the health benefits are speak for themselves. So what I'm going to try to do first right now is share my screen and give you a visual. He talked about becoming an agent first. Now we're going to talk about becoming a sales master. That is the first rank. And if you believe it or not, becoming a sales master is the hardest part. And then the second hardest part is duplicating yourself. So once you understand how to become a sales master, and you help others to become sales masters, and if you duplicate that knowledge, because knowledge is power, and that's what we're doing today, is we want to show you visually, we want to explain exactly how to become a sales master, and we want to go from there. So I'm going to share my screen real quick with you. Miss Sharon gave us some of these slides last week. Let me know when you see the slides. You got it up there? Can y'all see the slides? Okay.
Yeah, we said there. We got them, yes.
All right. So I'm not going to stay on these slides long, but I want you to see the visual on this. So to become a Imperial Master, you become a sales master first and duplicate that over and over again. So you can, you see our binary, here's you, your left side, your right side. The next slide is even better. Okay. Someone needs to mute.
Oh, I got to mute them. Go ahead. They're muted. Go ahead, Rebecca. You got it.
All right. So this is a better picture. This is the fuller picture. So we talk about our monthly challenge. You have to have 2.5 million PV on your left side and 2.5 million on your right side in group purchases between the 1st and the 15th of the month, or the 16th through the end of the month. And 2.5 million sounds like a lot, but when you break it down and you get a visual and you get it into when you're organized, it's very easy. So if you have 4 people on your, and remember, when you get unlimited PV accrual. So when you're going to do a promotion challenge, you can load up your left and right at the very bottom of the line. So when you put 300,000 PV on your left side, all of these people above them, C, D, B, and A, all have 200,000 PV on their left side now. So all they need to do is get 300 PV on their right side, and each of them will get a commission as well. So that is uh, basically 5 commissions for you, because you have 3,000 on your left, and then also on your right side, 300,000 PV. When you load that, you have preloaded all these people with 300,000 PV on their left side. And then this is inverted. This, imagine these are out here, but then when when D, C, B, and A match 300,000 on their left sides, they all get a commission, and you get 5 commissions. You get the first commission from the first one, and then 4 more commissions on both sides. So that's how you get 300,000 times 5 is 1.5 million PV on each leg. And that's the first 4 days of the challenge. Then on the second week, you do it again, and that's how you get 2.5 million. So that's a weekly plan. So this is 1 week, 1.5 million, and a second week, 1.5 million left and right side. Okay, and then it just shows you how that duplicates out there. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here, but basically that's what it looks like from a big picture. Crown Master, and Imperial Master, 2 crowns on left and right. That's how it works. So are there any questions before I get out of this? I really just wanted you to see the picture, how it starts with us as the nucleus, and then we become a sales master. We help 2 people become sales master, become a diamond. We help 2. We all know that part, right? Are we good so far? Any questions before I move on? Does everyone understand how to put your PV under your partners? We've done the group order training before. This is where you want to use your group order.
We need to talk about that, Rebecca, till the group order for
Okay.
them, because a lot of people ask me about the group order.
Okay, good. So
let's let everybody learn it.
Yeah, we'll do a deep order on the group order. So really the first part of today is just getting the visual of your left and right side and what that promotion challenge period looks like. So I'm going to exit out of this one. And any questions whatsoever? Have I said anything yet that you need any clarification on?
So Rebecca, this is Vicki. So you're saying that as a sales master, okay, to get the sales master, the strategy is to have 1.5 million on left and right?
Yes, in the first week. You have
the first through the 15th, and then the next is the 16th through the end of the month.
Right. Yes. So you have 2 weeks basically to get those points in. So it's 1.5 million on your left and right for the first week, and then 1.5 million on your left and right for the second week. And that gets you, because you need the 2.5 total by the 15th.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me say this also, Rebecca. I went in and looked at my lineage a couple times this week.
Uh-huh.
All of you guys on this call, except for D, she's new. All of you guys have the right amount of people to get promoted to sales master. But you got to know how to do group orders. If you learn how to do the group orders, that can actually put you where you guys need to be.
Right.
That's why it's very important to understand your lineage, what Rebecca's teaching.
Okay, so if we're ready, I actually have a spreadsheet that I'm going to try to do this. Some people are picture, they're visual, like show me the picture, the binary that I just showed you, left and right, and your partners, where that PV rolls all the way up to the top for each of you. So I'm going to minimize this one. I'm going to go into a spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet that I actually used during a promotion challenge. This was what it looked like for my Diamond Master Challenge. I needed 2 sales masters on my left and 2 sales masters on my right. And Kyung she is my mentor on my left side. So Kyung worked with 2 sales masters on my left side which was 2 sales masters on her right side, and I worked with my right side. So what you're looking at here, can you see an Excel spreadsheet right now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so I had one sales master, I had 2 sales masters on my right side that I worked with during this challenge. So this is what it looks like. This is the 11th, this is an example I'm showing you from November 1st right now through November 13th. Because if you look at the calendar, actually, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. Because if you look at a calendar, remember, Sundays don't count when you do your promotion challenges. So you want to make sure nobody is putting, I mean, the system won't allow you to put it on a Sunday anyway, but to make sure that they're actively planning for the Saturday or actively planning to put their order in on the Monday. So in this example, November 13th is a Sunday. And then, so technically you could do orders on November 14th here. But we try to do it as like early as possible in the month. You know, if you can get it all done in 1 week, great. But you can spread your points out for that whole like 12 active days that you can use. So on this spreadsheet, you need personal PVs of 700,000 to qualify for sales master. So if you had, you know, you want to be putting points under your own member ID until you get to 700,000 PV. And at that point, now let's say in this example, you only have 500,000 PV, but you are wanting to promote, you want to challenge to sales master right now. Atomy allows you to put PV on your personal member ID and it will count towards the smallest leg for your PV. So if you put 200,000 PV to get to 700,000 PV, that 200,000 is also going to count for your whole left leg. And that might be a little confusing because that took me a minute to understand. But the key is to make sure that you communicate with your partners on November 1st, who's going to put 300,000 on the left and who's going to put 300,000 on the right. And so all of these dates, you need 300,000 on the left and right. If you start out on the first day fully loading everyone else up, so like on November 1st, if I put 300,000 on the left and right all the way at the bottom, all of these people already have 300,000 on their left side. Does that make sense?
This is very important to understand it. So if you got questions, this is the time. Because I'm going to work over the next couple months trying to get you guys promoted, but you guys got to understand.
So this is where it comes in with using your group order. You have to go to the group order website and put the member ID of the person on the very last person on your left and the very last person on your right. And that's going to preload 300,000 PV for everyone above them. So
let me do this, Rebecca. Let me do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not to embarrass anybody. I know Vicky don't mind. Vicky, so do you understand what she's saying on this? Vicky? Or Sandra? Gloria? Either one of you Glorious?
I kind of understand it. I'm here from Dallas.
Right. Yeah, you got it right. You're describing that correct. Absolutely. Yes. And so I put the picture back up again because, like she said, your very bottom person on the left and very bottom person on your right, you have preloaded 300,000 for everyone all the way above up to yourself. So not only do you get the 600,000 PV that you just put in, but everyone else has 300,000. So if they just match on their right side 300,000, they all are going to get a commission as well.
I think Vicky got a question for you, Rebecca.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Vicky.
so I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
So basically I'm trying to definitely get this. So at the end of your left and your right, the last person that has come in,
Right.
you're gonna load 300,000 on each side
Right.
of PV personally.
Right.
Okay. And then at least 4 people on that left or right side needs to add 300,000 on their side, on the opposite side
Right.
per day.
Exactly. Let me see if I can draw on here. So like, let's say this is November 1st. Well, that's not very pretty, is it? Let me erase that. I'm just trying to, so let's say that this is November 1st. So you want to definitely talk to whoever the next person is on like D on November 2nd. That's when you want them to match. So then on November 3rd, you're going to have customer C on both sides match. And then on November 4th, the B on both sides. And then November 5th, because you want to do this on each day. Because if anyone places a double order, then they're going to have more than 300,000 PV. They're going to waste PV that could have counted towards their next commission. So it's very important that day 1, you preload. Day 2, the next 2 customers order match theirs. Day 3, the next 2 partners match theirs. Day 4, day 5. That's week 1, and that's 1.5 million PV that has been put in. Then the next day, that November 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, we do the same process again. So that's how you get from the 1st to the 15th, 2.5 million on both sides. Okay. So you are exactly right, Vicki. It's the bottom, the very bottom on the left and right, and then you just repeat that. So really, I look at that as 15 days. I don't necessarily look at it as 2 weeks. I look at it as the 1st to the 15th. And so if you load at the very bottom and you go all the way up to 8 people, you're looking at 4 people here, but I look at it as 8 people where it's all the same going all the way up. And when I go back to my spreadsheet, that's what I'm telling you is I show it as kind of 8 days. And that's 8 pairs of partners that you're matching up to make sure that everyone knows, hey, this is my day. I'm doing 300,000 on this day. And then whoever's doing it the next day and all the way down through the end. So, and when you go into your Atomy website, you can check this PV every day on your group purchase. And I do, so for here, you wanted to add up to 2.5 million. So when you're doing the math in here and someone does, if I do 300,000 PV the first day and the left and right, that's going to automatically count my days down here. So then on November 2nd, those other partners are going to put in their 300,000 and then they're going to put in their 300,000. And when you fill this all the way down, that's how you see your points adding up and where you are falling short from your 2.5 million. So as of November 5th, I still need 1 million PV but before the end of that promotion challenge. You see what's happening there?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so then you keep going down through the rest of your challenge. Whoops.
Rebecca, can I say this too? Also, guys, as you're going through that challenge, you also gonna, if you're short a little bit, that's where your upline comes in and helps you out. Like a me, or so you'll have help too. Because we want to see you get promoted too. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And that's why it's important to have as many partners and customers on the same sheet of music, because the difference between getting 3 or 4 commissions per month, by coincidence, because people happen to be ordering, and doing it as a challenge together, the 1st to the 15th of each month, everyone maximizes those commissions. Because if you just if you have people ordering, some the 1st of the month, the 15th, the 20th, you're not going to match up the PV at the same time that you need to get your commissions and to get the promotion challenge. So that's where once you are solid at making sales master, and you create more and more people that are sales masters, when you stack sales masters on top of sales masters, that's 2 sales masters left and 2 sales masters right for diamond master. So when I was doing my promotion for diamond master, that's how I checked my PV every day. I checked my partners every day. If someone was 10,000 PV short, I would do a group order if I needed to get everyone up to where it needed to be. That's where what Money Sam was talking about. If you say you're going to do something, it's very important to do it, because that's how we promote as a team. But if you've got someone who just doesn't have it, then you don't want to waste a promotion challenge, because what happens when you make sales master is you now become eligible for mastership bonuses. So as your PV accumulates, there's going to be times when you have higher commissions than you could just as an agent, or before you become a sales master. So it unlocks those bonuses when you become a sales master and try to stay qualified. So this is what it looks like. And the best way for me to do it is an Excel spreadsheet, because I'm more of a checklist person. But once you understand that it's just a numbers game right here, and you know that this is what it takes to make the 2.5 million PV, then it's a lot easier. And what else am I thinking here? So yeah, and you have 2 sales masters both working on it. So these are people that are business partners with you, obviously. So they're working with their customers to do group orders or whatever they need to do to make their 300,000 PV throughout the challenge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know D, I know you're a visual learner. Is this making sense? Julie, I know you know this. And I want to see different people get promoted. Susie, anybody got any questions? Because this is a lot to learn, guys.
Yeah, this is a lot to learn, but I mean, I guess just the first order of business is to look at your downline, look at your lineage, and get with your people to talk to them about what we're doing, the 1st through the 15th and the 16th through the 30th, and get commitments.
Right.
You got to get commitments. So you got to get with your team and before you can plot it out like this.
Exactly. And when you look at it like on a calendar, if you put this on a calendar, November 4th through the 5th, and then Sunday, and then 7th through 1, 2, 3. Anyways, the 11th the 12th is a Sunday. Anyways, you just want to, it's like a potluck. I've used Sign Up Genius before. If you've ever seen a Sign Up Genius for a church potluck, and you put down what you're going to bring for the potluck. I've done it to where I have a Sign Up Genius for my left leg and a Sign Up Genius for my right leg. And I send it to my partners on the left and my partners on the right, and they go in and say, well, this is the day I'm signing up for. So they pick the day they're going to sign up for, and you can see what days are still not taken. So you can go, okay. And then so it's up to each person whether they want to put in 300,000 themselves or if they want to do a group order on that day with their own personal customers and put in their 300,000 that day. So, because everybody can afford, some people can afford to do it, or some people can't. So they do it as a team, and they put in a group order where 3 people can put in 300,000 PV that day. And so when you see how it works, it's not as hard as it sounds, but it is stressful until you actually understand it and make sure you have partners that actually put in the PV on the day they say they're going to put it in.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Saying it that way to really make sense.
Right. And that's how I did it because it is stressful. If you're on the phone all day and all night, you're calling everybody, hey, are you putting in an order? No, it's like, hey guys, we're going to promote in March. So let's decide now what day we're gonna place our orders. So you have everything in place where it's not rushed and not stressful as long as everyone is doing their 300,000 on the day they picked. Because 300,000 PV is not a lot. I mean, that's stocking up for a couple of months on the stuff you already use and or your customers that are doing a group order to help you get that 300,000 that day. So you can make it really easy by splitting it up. Many hands make light work, to just book that out. And then over time, as your team grows and you're bringing more and more people that want to become sales masters, they stack on top of each other. And that's when you become a diamond master because you have 2 sales masters on your left and right, and then Sharon Rose Master. When 2 of those people become diamond masters, that's how we build that momentum and go towards promotions for everyone.
Gotcha.
And this spreadsheet is, I can use this. I can send this to you. I think this is my actual thing that I did because you can actually copy and paste the group purchase information right out of your Atomy website. And I know who exactly placed PV on those days. And I know that this is kind of a complicated one. This was Diamond Master because I actually had, that's for another day. That's for a future training. Sales Master is the key. That's the nucleus. Once you get Sales Master down pat and you keep doing it, it's really easier than it sounds. It's a little scary and confusing, but the more you hear it, the more it'll sink in. And when you bite the bullet and do a challenge, you'll go through the stress the first time and you'll be like, okay, but we made it. And now we know what can make it easier. And you notice over here at 2.4 million is 2.5. So there's 100,000. So I always, we talked about 8, 4 partners the first week and 4 partners the second week. So that's where I talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you just had 8 people ordering, you're going to be short 100,000 PV on your left and right. So you would either have to do that yourself, or I recommend having 9 people. Because if you have 9 people, then you're well over 2.5 million. You know what I'm saying? Oops. Then you're easy breezy. If you go with 9 partners during that promotion challenge, you are golden. Because if you have 9 days, if you take 9 days in that challenge, 9 people, partners on your left and right, all of them are qualifying for a commission as part of that, and you're at 2.7 million. So your promotion, your mastership bonus will actually be a little higher too, because you get paid based on PV. Does that make sense?
Okay. So you're saying instead of working with 4 people, work with 9, and 9 of the days of the 1st through the 15th.
Right.
We're gonna do the 300,000
Yeah.
left and right.
Yeah, because if you look at the picture, it's really 8 people. Because this is week 1, you had 8 people, and week 2, you had 8 people.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes.
So, yeah, so you're really looking at 8 total, during a 15-day period, the first of the 15th or the 16th through the end of the month. So if you add one more level to that, because you already might be matching some people. Let's say some people fell short. You don't want to be in a position where you're matching all over the place instead of, you know what I mean? So if you put a ninth person in that lineup, if you go with 9 instead of 8 total, that's going to give you a buffer before the 15th to get that full 2.5 million. That's why I showed you the difference between going over 200,000 or being short 100,000 if you don't have a ninth partner in there, because you're going to have another 200,000 to have to make sure you get in for the sales master qualification.
And so this can be done, we need to do it either the first half or the second half, or do it both halves?
You can do it both halves, but so to be an auto sales master, you have to qualify for sales master 12 times during a 12-month period. If you were doing it the first half and the second half, you can be an auto sales master in 6 months. You can do that. So, and there's no other corporate company that gives you a bonus twice a month. Other companies typically give you like a Christmas bonus once a year. But
Yeah.
Atomy gives us this chance to do the promotion challenges and mastership bonuses. We get basically 24 chances a year.
Yeah.
Also, if KJ, you can correct me if I'm wrong. If you become an auto sales master, the company will fly you to Korea for a free trip.
Yeah, free trip. You just have to purchase your plane ticket, everything like a tour and factory visit. Everything is free, lodging and everything.
Wow.
That's amazing. They feed you and put you up in the company hotel and take you on tours and show you our manufacturing. And that's pretty impressive. If you can just get on a plane, the rest is all covered.
Wow.
So, and the hardest time is now. Like the hardest part is just once you understand how to become a sales master and stay qualified as a sales master, auto sales master, you're not worried about the 1st to the 15th because you've got people that you've been growing and growing. So that stuff's going to happen on the daily. It's just this part right now, being focused and being as a team working together instead of waiting for random orders to go in. It's the only difference between 2 or 3 commissions per month or 20 commissions per month.
Every position, as you promote through the positions, every position gives you a bonus.
Exactly. Like sales master, you get the free HemoHim evening care 4 set and the Fame skincare set. That's over $200 in product for qualifying for sales master. And then for diamond master, they give you the HemoHim evening care 4 set and the Fame plus about $1,000 bonus. It used to be a laptop, but the company knows that most people already have laptops, so they've added that as a cash bonus for diamond master. And then all the other prizes that you've seen when we do our compensation plan and those sides, all of those, they reward us each time we make these milestones. And we have 13, almost do we have 14 Imperial Masters now or 13?
Yeah,
still?
14.
We have 14 Imperial Masters and an 11-year, and it's, the company's 13 years old from Korea, but 11 years old in the United States. It's about to be 12, I think, in the US, I guess. So we have 14 millionaires in 13 years. There's people who work their whole life, for a pension that's going to be a fraction of what they made when they were working in the workforce. We have too many people that are in assisted living or nursing homes because they don't have a pension that keeps up with where we need to be, where we're not a burden to our kids, where we're taken care of and still being a blessing to others. it just blows me away that just being a consumer and helping people to be educated consumers for their health and for their well-being. It's the one thing I've ever seen that actually adds money back into my checking account just by buying the things that I already use or would be buying from other places.
Wow.
So it's, for me, the easiest is to